I'm Kate, and I'm John's girlfriend. John is Mr. Crocker, so I'm John's other half. John woke me up when I was, like, kind of getting ready for work or whatever, and I hear him go, I rolled a 20. You died. And I was like, how the hell did I die, John? Shh. I was like, okay, thanks for hushing me. And he's like, shh, you're too loud. So that's basically him talking D&D in his sleep. Another time, too, he said he rolled too hard. He goes, I rolled too hard. And I was like, what did you roll too hard, John? My dice. And went back to bed.
Join us, adventurers, as our crew continues to figure out what's going on. Now that Martin and Morthos have some of their memories back, and the rest of the group tries to remember who they are, will they continue to work as a group, or will they just go back and eat more food? Will the others receive their memories, or will their terrible roles follow them to the grave? Sit back and relax as I take you out of your reality into my nightmarish dream world. Welcome to the Bros and Dragons podcast. I'm joined right now by Tom Benson.
Hello.
John Sika.
Still don't understand Twitter.
And I don't know how to swear, Michael Schmecka.
Fuck you all. I mean, hello.
Daniel Barris will not be joining us tonight. Real life gets in the way. But luckily we have a guest player tonight from Drinking Bros Nerds, one of the admins, Joe Wood.
What's up? How y'all doing?
So we're all caught up. We're ready to go. Let us adventure on. You just beat up a bunch of goblins. They were on the floor. I took them off the floor because it was confusing. They did come down the stairs on either side. So, and you're hearing lots of fighting, growling, stuff like that above you. What are you going to do?
Let's go towards the fighting. Let's fight some more. Let's kill.
Move up the stairs.
I'm going to move and go and check that chest.
I'm going to check the one right by where I'm at.
Sure, roll a perception check.
Perception. Yeah,
Motherfucker. 1.
14.
And they're both empty.
I'm gonna go down the line.
Okay, are we splitting up then? Because I know Tom said upstairs to the fighting.
Yes, I'm running up the stairs, 2 at a time, full speed.
Another perception check, Doc?
Sure, go ahead.
Natural 20. Woohoo!
Another natural 1.
And they're still both empty.
Okay, screw this. I'm going up the stairs.
All right, don't worry about moving your characters, because I have a map for upstairs now.
I'm going to follow and go upstairs.
So if you went on the left or the right, you'll come up about where we are. All right, on top deck, you see what you see on the map. Do you guys have the map?
See a boat.
Yep.
You do not see a boat. You see a ship, but that's fine.
Whatever. I see.
And there's a ton of fighting going on. So there's goblins and...
There is?
There is. You just don't see them. Goblins and kobolds all over the place. Oh, and look at that. And right in front of you, the 2 kobolds and 2 goblins, they decided that you guys look more tasty than each of them, so they stopped fighting each other. And roll initiative.
3.
2.
It's all the initiative?
Yep, it's just us 2 fighting.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, shit, we're screwed.
Did Tom mute himself again?
Yeah,
I think he did. Tom.
2.
Number 2.
Can you hear me?
I can finally hear you. Joe?
Oh, what? What's up?
Roll initiative.
Oh, I didn't even know where I'm at.
You are... Oh, no, I don't need yours yet. You're right.
I don't think I've been introduced.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Let me rephrase that. The character. The character's not with you guys, is he?
No.
All right, so first in the order is going to be this cleric.
What are the squares? Are they 5 feet?
Yes, they are. And take a swing with the spear here. That's a hit. Ooh. So this kobold here that I'm looking that cleric's looking at,
Yes.
he dead.
That's cool.
Up next, John and Tom. Go ahead and fight to the death and tell me who wins.
Go for it, Tom.
How's 17 to hit?
You hit.
7 points of damage. Sword across the face on that cobalt right in front of me.
And he did. All right, so John.
I'm going to move up about 10 feet, and then I am going to use lightning lure on that one. So more or less straight in front of me.
Good podcast. That one. All right, hold on one
The
second.
guy that's straight in front of me.
There you go.
Hey, is a 7 going to take it? No, John, you're DC.
No, it's not. So he's going to get hit with that lightning. And it is going to do a whopping 2 points of damage.
Okay, and since you dragged him in front of me, I get an opportunity attack. And I am going to hit with my spear. But that's enough to kill him. We take him out. All right, Mike.
Would I be able to roll for stealth and kind of sneak up on this one?
I think with
Well,
that, those two big dudes in front of you might let you attempt to, but I don't think you got the movement.
25 feet?
10, 15, 20.
So you would have to stealth, go around the stairs because those will be tall enough to hide you, come down the other side of the stairs.
Yeah, screw it. Grim's going to run up and try to stab him.
Jump over their backs.
I think you just ran right through me.
That's how he rolls.
Yeah, quite literally. Speaking of rolling, 20, but not a natural 20.
It hits.
Okay. Let me do this. I mean, I'm rolling for my damage at 8.
8. So
8 piercing damage.
what do you use? You're using 2 daggers?
Yes, I rolled 2d4.
So, Mike, tell me how this guy dies.
She runs up to him, just sort of, scowling at him. I mean, how tall are these things?
They're goblin size.
So would you say they're
About 3-4 feet.
Yeah,
4
about.
feet? Okay. She either side of the face just stabs her daggers in.
Nice.
Through
Squishes
the
the
temple.
face. And he died.
She pulls them out and laughs, cackles.
So give us,
Ah!
give us the cackle. Go ahead.
No,
You
I'm
sure?
not cackling.
All right, everybody take 50 XP for that fight.
How much? You said 50?
50.
50. Ooh. I may pop this game before I ever know my name.
Are you going to go to the bow or the stern of the ship?
Let's go to the bow.
So you're going to turn around and go back towards the bow?
No, let's go to the stern. We're heading that way already.
What does anybody
And I
else?
dropped my book.
A lot farther of a walk, but okay, yeah, let's go to the bow. The stern.
Do we see anything else on this?
Yeah, there's
Ship.
a ton of fighting going on. That's why you don't see those characters, because it would have been way crowded.
Oh, okay.
So are you just trying to kill everything on your way, or, and I'll tell you what you're seeing because you're all facing that way now, is a giant goblin just seems to be fighting off kobold after kobold up by the wheel.
Let's go kill that thing.
Anybody?
What do you say, guys?
Go forward.
We could do that, too.
Yeah, I think we're going to go forward, and I'm going to do a little... oh, no, I'm not going to do a little jumpy jump now that I realize where I am.
All right, so we're going through, and goblins and kobolds keep just dying all around. If you can move your characters up to where I'm behind the cleric, not right behind, you know what I mean, where you would be, because I'm rolling for another fight here. Ooh.
Well, then I come to be back here.
And that'll be the last time I give you the what's going on. And all of a sudden, 4 goblins are coming at you. Roll for initiative.
1.
Two. Come on,
5.
three. Way to screw that up, Tom.
All right, I'm going to rush this one right in front of me.
Wait, you rolled a 5,
You
didn't
rolled
you?
5.
Yeah, so I can move before my turn.
That's true.
So I guess I go first.
And yes, Mike, you will be going first.
I'm gonna run up on this one, the one right in front of me, slightly to my left, I guess.
All right, hey, watch this. So there's a bar where you can do this with your character.
Cool. Yeah, I just forgot to do that. So it is 23.
23 hits.
Okay, she's gonna. And these are the same size as the one I just killed.
Yes.
And a whopping 5 points of piercing damage, going for try to stab him in the shoulders.
5 points.
5 piercing.
Okie dokie. John,
Do I see the two that are kind of sneaking up on me from behind?
roll a perception check.
Oh, fuck no. That's a 1.
Ow!
Seriously, I threw it against the wall and still rolled a 1.
Maybe you should use the dice roller on roll 20. You might roll better.
I've rolled 3 1s in a row.
Yeah, screw that dice. Get rid of it.
Yeah, it's done. Done for the night. So I take it I don't see those things coming up.
No, neither one behind you.
Well, then I'm going to move on a diagonal about 10 feet. I'm going to be facing one that's about 10 feet in front of me, and I am going to use
That one?
my lightning lure.
This one right here, John?
Yeah, the one that's in front of me that Mike was fighting.
Oh, okay. Let me make my roll. Hey, let me use the right dice to make my roll.
That would be helpful.
I mean, if you miss it, that's cool, too.
It's a 7.
Yeah, you missed it.
So he's going to drag towards you. And since we can't share a square, go ahead and roll your damage.
Rolled a 4.
So he's going to die, but Mike, take 4 damage.
Oh, why?
You're in the way.
John, I don't like you much.
Hey, I didn't fireball you yet.
Hey, look who gets a turn.
And the thunder rolls. Although I guess that would be more lightning. And lightning strikes.
And as my chick takes that 4 damage, you kind of hear her cry out because she's hurting right now.
All right. Tom, what's your armor class?
18.
It doesn't matter. 1 misses.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So there's a goblin behind Morthos the Faithful. And he's going to take a poke at him with his scimitar. And he is going to make contact. And he is going to do 8 points of damage. This one right near by John's character. John, what's your armor class?
Squishy. I'm a 12.
You're a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at that. I rolled a 12. Exactly what I needed to hit you. You're going to take 3 points of slashing damage.
Can I refuse?
Nope.
Can I ask him nicely and tell him not to do that?
Nope.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway. Hey, don't do that.
And he says, ah.
All right.
Sounds like a persuasion check to me.
I don't care. I'm refaking his ass in a minute.
Tom, you're up.
All right. I'm going to take a swing at that one, stand right in front of me. Natural 20.
Woo!
14 points damage.
Oh, we didn't need that much. He dead.
Nice.
How did he die, Tom?
His head just got lopped right off with that long sword.
Nice. And heal myself for 6 points. Back to the top of the order. Mike, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna Swing around. Up. There I go. I'm gonna attack the one. Go to attack the one that came up behind John. And I rolled 16.
You hit.
Okay. For 6 damage, piercing. Stabs into the shoulders again. She likes stabbing shoulders.
All right. He's bloody, but he's still standing. So next in the order will be John.
All right. So I am going to attack. Is he still standing up or is he down?
Can you ping which one? Yes, he's bloody.
I'm going to take my quarterstaff, and does a 16 hit?
It does.
Oh, I'm going to take my quarterstaff and just yell, "You son of a bitch," and knock him right upside the head, and that is going to do 5 points of damage.
He died.
Nice. She'll look. My character will look over you, kind of, and hey, she'll nod her like, "Good job, dude."
So the one
Thank you.
the one that is in front of the cleric, Morthos the Faithful, he takes a swing at him, and you see Morthos now he's ready to flex with the shield. Next in the order will be Tom.
All right, I'm going to try and run right through that guy with the sword. How's 12?
12 does not hit.
Oh,
Way to miss.
dang it.
He bounced you back. Next in the swing, how bad was your miss? Give me a visual on that one, Tom.
Well, I ran up, tried to run right through him, totally stepped next to him as he sidestepped me,
I say he should keep running.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
end up in front, behind him, not
There we go.
back where he was.
And he's doing still really good, by the way. Nobody's actually hit him. So the Faithful is going to take a swing, and he's actually going to hit him with his spear. And he's going to do 3 whole points of damage.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
That's right. That brings us to the top of the order, Mike.
I'm going to run up and try to stab the son of a bitch with a 10.
And
Only that's going to do anything.
yeah, you're
So
not.
I think she kind of stumbles and misses him. Just comes up a little shy.
All right. You
Mutters
hear
under her breath while doing it, that sort of thing.
a loud roar behind you, but you do have this guy in front of you, and there is a lot of fighting going on. Would anybody like to roll to see if you turn around?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a con check.
14.
19 for me.
12.
So everybody but Morthos the Faithful and Martin Firewell will turn around.
I don't think Tom would have to turn around. Wouldn't
Yeah.
he notice that since he ran past and would have turned around to go
Would've
face
turned
back to the guy?
I didn't realize he had turned around. That makes for good podcast there. Just sneak them up on me.
So I'm going to see this big giant thing as I turn around. And we're on 2, right? So it is my turn.
Yes.
I am going to get really scared and just yell.
away.
I'm just going to yell out boom and clap my hands, and I'm casting Thunder Wave.
Okay. What does Thunderwave do, John?
Thunder Wave, a wave of thunderous force sweeps from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay, what's my saving throw?
Con.
Natural 20 for me. Yeah, that includes party members, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
So he would be in it, and
Everybody but the new enemies looks like would be part of this.
well, no, because it would be a 15-foot cube from me.
Right.
Wouldn't that be out in front, not behind me?
No, that's
No, that's everything
that's-
around you.
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Morthos the Faithful made it. This guy did not. So you say 10 feet. This guy did not 10 feet. This guy did not 10 feet. The big boss man did.
10 feet?
And
Yeah,
so you said
away
we take
from her.
damage even if we made the save?
Yeah, it'll be half damage if you made the save.
So are you going to tell us how much damage there, John?
So hold on 1 second. Did you make the save, Mike?
Yes.
Okay. That's what we were all waiting for, actually.
I
He
said
wrote a natural 20.
That doesn't mean he made it.
I thought natural 20 was an automatic success.
Yeah, we're going to call this DM prerogative. I don't see any gifts or anything from you, Mike.
Not only that, I don't think you have uncanny dodge at level 1.
But yeah, go ahead. You made it.
All right, so for those that didn't make it, they are going to take 15 points of thunder damage and get pushed away. And the ones that did, we'll call it 7 points of thunder damage.
Okay, I'm down.
Way to go there, Morthos.
I'm bloody.
Hey, Mike, pay back for the fireball.
That wasn't this character.
No,
And
but
and
my
you
character doesn't have fireball in Eden, so I have to do it this way.
You survived. The smoke survived fireball, okay?
Hey, well, it's not my fault.
I was the one who didn't.
I also was under the impression that casting Thunderwave was in front of me, not behind me. Or all around me.
I'm
Sorry,
taking a
guys.
wild guessing that this class is kind of new to you.
Oh, yeah, I have not played anything with spells for more than like a round or two.
All right. So that was John's move. That brings us up to Big Boss Man.
Oh, I think I just killed the group. And myself.
So what's your armor class there, John?
12.
Because we're all kind of mostly dead.
John, you're absolutely lucky because he's going to take 2 swings at you and miss. So that brings us up to Tom. Oh,
I'm
look.
laying down over there.
And so you need to make a saving throw.
10 or less. Fail.
Yep.
There's a fail.
Hey, look, that brings me, and I am, since I'm not engaged, going to come over. Actually, sorry, Tom, but closer. He's going to run up to the rogue and spare the dying. So you are, Mike, your character is stable, so you don't have to make any more saving throws.
But I can't do anything.
You're still at 0. That's going to take us to the top of the order, which would have been Mike.
Yeah.
But now moves us to John. How are you going to save us now, buddy?
Does he look any worse for the wear?
He got a little hit, but he's not bloody.
Oh, boy. Lightning lure.
Okay. This is going to
He's
be
right on you.
This is going to be the shortest podcast in history.
I'm hoping for a new character.
See, I'm liking my character. I don't want a new one right now.
How does a 9 do, John?
It doesn't do what you need.
All right. Since you're not going to pull me anywhere, you can go ahead and roll for damage.
7.
7 points of damage. He's bloody now. Look at you, John. All right. So that's going to be, hey, look, his turn.
Oh, no.
Gosh darn it, I need new dice. And he's going to swing twice and miss again. You're just kind of squirrely today. So that's going to bring us up to Tom. Make another saving throw for me.
19. 1 success.
Look at you, 1 and 1. All right, so I need to help out here. So Morthos the Faithful is going to come running in with his trusty spear, which means he can do that from near. And he is definitely going to contact with that spear. And that spear drives right through that big dude, and he is dead.
Woo!
That's how I'm going to save us.
So there's still a little fighting going on at the bow of the ship, but Morthos the faithful is going to run over, and he's going to spare the dying on Martin.
Cough up some blood.
Huh. That's funny. It doesn't sound like the DM. I know what the DM sounds like. Martin is up to 12. He can take 12 hit points. I don't know what your class is.
All right.
And then he's going to come over here. And, ooh, nice. So I rolled an 8 to my healing, and plus 6 gives you 14.
Cool.
And that's going to leave me bloody. But everybody else is doing good.
Yeah.
The fighting at the bow of the ship, that's between the goblins and the kobolds right now. But you're going to hear a voice. Joe, are you still with us?
I am right here.
So, Joe, your character is trapped. There's a ship next to us. They're combined with grappling hooks. But you're going to see over there, there's nobody on that ship. So either it looks like the goblins came to take this ship from the kobolds. And you're going to hear, Joe, I want you to give me a nice help cry, like you're stuck, let's say, I don't know, trapped into a locked gate.
Help!
That's freaking amazing. So you guys hear this from the ship that's tied off, but the grappling hooks.
Okay. I'm going to look around and see where the sound came from.
So you're going to know it's going to come from this direction. So I'm going to ping to the right of our characters, or the east, excuse me.
I am going to turn.
Turn and look that way.
Okay.
Do you see anything?
And you're going to notice the ship and real thick metal on top of the ship. Would you like to go check it out?
Yes, I would.
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll go.
So as we all jump over, I am too lazy to draw a second ship.
Yeah. Well, what the hell? Our DM sucks.
So we're going to come up, and again, these stairs are not stairs. They are a big metal grate, and underneath it, you're going to see a bunch of humans, male and female, trapped underneath this grate. And you're going to see... Joe, can you give us a description of this character? It's the first time he's ever been played.
You might want to pause this one for a quick second.
No, that's fine, because I was just about to mention right about now in our tabletop games, Tom and John would totally be like, smoke break?
No, I think Tom would say that.
I was definitely thinking it.
You see a middle-aged human, about 5'6". He's got tan skin, brown eyes, brown hair, and he's a small guy. He's only 115 pounds.
And you see this guy hanging from the grate. Everybody else seems to be a good 5-10 feet underneath him.
He's also wearing monk clothes.
I am going to run up to the grate and kind of bend down and go, "Who am I? Who are you? What's going on?"
Does he look familiar?
So roll a wisdom check.
Is this all of us?
Yeah, go ahead.
15?
13.
8.
Don't know
Absolutely,
who he is.
absolutely not. You've never seen him before in your lives. As this is going on, you're going to hear a bunch of other people being like, "The water's getting deeper. The water's getting deeper. Get us out of here."
I'm going to start prying at the grate, trying to open it.
Yep, me too.
And
Try and lift
You
up
want
on
to
it.
do this yourself? I'm going to pull away.
And it's not going to budge, but at this point, you're going to notice there's locks on all four edges, and it seems like the metal that these things are locked into was built into the planks of the ship.
Anybody got a key?
I'll try my keys.
So before you go through that list again with me, John, none of those keys are going to work on this grate.
But I want him to.
But towards the bow of the ship, you're going to see a set of stairs going down right about here. Would you like to go venture through this ship and see if you can find the keys?
Sure. Why not?
How about you said you said the edges of this grate were like built into the wooden planks?
There's a cage top on top. It seems to be locked to metal that was built into the wood planks.
Because the thought that I had was, oh, let's just cut through the wood.
With what?
Exactly. That just yeah.
With what? All right. So are we going to go downstairs?
Yeah, run downstairs.
All right. So
let's run down the stairs.
it's going to remarkably look like the ship we're in.
This all looks really familiar.
But you're going to come down the stairs here, and the first thing you're going to see is this door, right? Yeah.
God,
We'll run through
I
the
guess.
door.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna run up to the door.
Run right through it.
Run right through the door?
I'm going to try and shoulder it open.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a strength test.
14.
And a dexterity real quick, just to complete the story.
I'm not very dexterous.
Oh,
How about
you're-
7?
You're crashing through the door and falling on
All
your
right.
face.
So the door itself wasn't locked. So you crash through that door, it breaks to a billion pieces.
All right.
As you come in, you're in.
Flying in.
Hold on, yeah. So you're going to be, I'll fix you in a second. Go ahead and move your character into the space for me. So you're going to break in. So I'm sorry, I'm going to move you a little bit more.
No problem.
Morthos is going to come in laughing, and then he's going to stop laughing, and he's going to be looking that way. You will be looking that way. And bring you in a little bit just so we can get the last character in there.
Right up to the chest.
So-
I am just going to start laughing at him and going,
So right here,
check the door?
right here, you see a male figure that's laying on the ground, dead, and I need a perception check.
18.
Perception 11.
17.
So everybody's going to notice there's a little bit of metal sticking out of his mouth. John is going to notice that there's an empty key ring in his left hand.
I don't see shit apparently.
I'm going to grab that piece of metal and pry it out of his face.
So as you grab that piece of metal and pry it out of his face, it falls right out because it's a key that was in his mouth.
What was in his mouth?
One key.
I think I found the key.
You found a key.
So does anybody...
You all keep diddly-dallying. I'm going to go back upstairs and try this.
I'll go
Are
with
there
it.
So since everybody else is
Yeah.
going upstairs, I'm going to know that this is a little weird. Morthos the Faithful. And I'm going to roll an investigation check. And I'm going to open up this man's mouth and look in it. And I'm going to see something lodged in there. So I'm going to give myself a strength check. And I'm going to rip this key out of his esophagus.
Oh.
I found a second key. And then Morthos is going to look around and say, but don't most key rings for ships have more than 2 keys? Where do you think the other 2 are, looking at Mike's character?
I don't know.
Well, 1 key was in the mouth, 1 was in his throat, and he's dead on the ground.
I'm not looking up his ass.
You know you want to. So
Okay,
that's fine.
She will.
Morthos the Faithful will be like, no, I really think you need to look up his ass, and does not have enough to convince you to do it.
She's like, she'll groan, fine, I'll do it.
All
Why
right.
don't you try to persuade him to do it instead of you?
So you're going to go ahead and you're going to pull down his pants and get right there.
Yep.
You're staring down this brown eye. And Mike, roll a con check real quick.
14.
It's not the most beautiful butthole that you've ever seen, but it's definitely one of the better looking that you've ever seen in your life. But you don't see a key. Would you like to investigate the butthole?
You know what? Go big or go home. Why not?
Gently caress
Natural.
it first.
Natural 20.
So
Make sure you lube
as
up your
you
hand.
put your finger up his butt, Morthos the Faithful goes, "That's disgusting," and literally stabs him in the gut with his spear, slices open his gut, and 2 keys fall out of his stomach. And he looks at your character and he says, You know how this works, right? You eat things and then they go in the stomach, and then it takes about 7 hours for it to go into the butthole, right?
I don't know when he swallowed these damn things. Maybe he was constipated. It couldn't know unless I checked.
So I say we run upstairs behind these guys,
Let's do this.
and our characters will follow them up the stairs. I can't believe that happened. All right.
Well, did I search the guy's asshole for keys?
And as we come up to the rest of the group and they're trying to use the keys on the one key that they have on the lock, it's not working. And Morthos the Faithful is going to scream, "Hey, she had her finger up some dude's butt."
Kinky.
Hey, we got the keys, didn't we?
I didn't know you had a thing for dead people.
And Morthos will hand the keys over to John's character, and he will say, "Here you go, Defina, hold this." John, do a wisdom check.
10
Total?
total.
You know that Defina sounds familiar, but you can't place it.
I'm just going to kind of shrug it off, shake my head, and go, I'm not touching anything that was up that dude's ass.
You have the one key, and I have these other 3 keys on the key ring.
Try one of the keys.
All right, I'll try one of the keys.
So hold on a second. I'll move them over in a second. So, John, as you're trying the keys, you're going to notice that the 4th key that is on the key ring, we're going to call it 4B,
Okay.
is going to unlock the lock that you're at.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next lock. Hey, first lock open.
So move on to the next lock.
Move
That's
to the
fucking
next
great. Can
lock.
you guys hurry up?
You know, I'm getting real sick of this shit. I'm just going to throw these overboard and leave you to die.
So, John, slowly but surely you use that key on all 4 of the locks, and it unlocks. Now, I think that Joe's character is still hanging on to this crate.
Because I'm fucking strong, yo.
You got to let go. Let it go. Let it go. Only way I'm going to open this.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Watch out below.
So, John, your character end up right about near. So, the cleric is going to go to the other side and try to help you with this.
I get over on one of the other sides and try and lift.
All right. So, everybody do a strength check. Sorry, Mike, what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm going to try to help too. Why not?
Okay, everybody roll a strength check.
15.
You're absolutely
11.
below my strength check.
So, I got a 10, 11, that's 21. What did you have, Tom?
15.
So, that's 36. What did you have, John?
Oh, I had a 1.
Yeah.
And as I go to pull, my hands are going to slip, and I'm going to fall right on my ass.
Good thing the rest of us have enough to lift this over and put it down, but there's still 10 feet here. As you look around, because you're going to, roll a perception check.
14.
22.
7. I ain't paying no
So
attention.
Mike's character is going to go, there's a rope right there, and she's going to point to her west or left. And as Tom's character turns to look, he's going to go, what rope?
Where? I don't see a rope.
The one right here. She points.
Get it.
So you'll go grab the rope and come back. What are you going to do with this rope? Because it looks like 30, 40 people down there, and they're panicking. They keep saying something about water.
Well, how far down is it?
10
from
feet.
The,
About
10 feet? Mm.
How long is...
So,
I'll-
seeing as how my guy is a monk, can I run towards the wall, jump off each wall, 2 walls separately, like in a corner, and latch onto the edge and pull myself out? Because, I mean, I did get up on top of the grate.
I need 3 dexterity checks.
3. Is that a roll 20? D20,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Razzie. 1, 2. Yeah, my guy is must be waterlogged because I rolled a 4, a 9, and an 8. I was like a dexterity.
Yeah.
That's a 10, 14, and 15.
So The first one you go to kick off, and you just must be really wet because you just slide and land flat on your shoulder. What are the rest of you doing with this rope?
I'm going to stand up and ask how long the rope is.
John, if you look at the rope, you know it's more than 10 feet.
I'm the one with the rope.
Are we looking at... Are we looking about 25, 30 foot of rope?
You're looking at 50 feet of rope.
Was it like coiled up or just sort of hanging there?
It's in your hands, so it's slightly coiled up, but roll a dexterity check.
15.
You seem to keep it in a nice tight coil when you picked it up.
Well, I want to start lowering it, and I'm going to shout, "Hey, climb up the rope and get up here."
I'm going to yell down there, hold on a second, and look over at you and go, there's about 40 people down there, and you're going to be able to hold the rope.
One at a time, people.
So they're...
I'm going to walk over to Mike and say, persuade him to hand me the rope. I'm going to be like, hey, you know what? No, move. Give me the rope, and I'm going to roll a 16 to do that. A 19 to do that for persuasion.
Mike, roll a con check.
20.
So
right. Well, I will watch you fail miserably at this one.
At this point...
Hey, aren't you smaller than me anyway?
Yes.
So at this point, though...
So shut up and let me take my turn.
Okay.
I'm so going to leave and let me take my turn. What happens is a bunch of them jump up and grab the rope and do a dexterity check, Mike.
Oh, Lordy. 2. Six.
Oh, 6. That makes it better. You and the rope are now in the hold with everybody else.
Great.
I'm going to look down and go, there was a big catapult behind you. Why didn't you tie it down to that, you dumbass?
Me being the great and awesome character that I am, look down and be like, "You're a moron." Grab the rope, and I'm going to proceed to lasso it and throw it up so that way one of the characters can grab it.
Sure. So give
I'll
me...
try and catch it.
Give me... Joe, give me a dexterity, and Tom, give me a strength.
16.
Fucking 26.
Look at that. Well, he's going to throw the rope up, and your character, Tom, is going to see it. Martin's going to run towards that rope and literally get lassoed around his waist.
Okay.
When this happens, you have enough strength to hold it. Are you going to attempt to brace yourself or try to tie off somewhere else? Or
tie it to a catapult?
Tie it onto something.
There
something
you
that's
go.
sturdy. Not a chair that's sitting there on the side.
All right, so the closest to you is this mast. Runs around in circles. He does that twice, and then when he gets around, he kind of wraps himself up on the rope, and he's holding on tight.
I'm going to go over there and give him a hand holding it.
So you going to yell anything now, or?
Climb. Get up there.
And as people are coming up, we all help out. Well, I know that Morthos the Faithful will help out.
I don't help because I'm in the damn pit.
Whose bright idea was it to not tie it down?
And
Not
about
yours.
30 humans are going to come up, 20 of them male, one of them being...
Go up and I introduce myself. Hi, I'm Thomas Fidget Moran. I am a monk.
The cleric Morthos the Faithful. It's very nice to meet you. Did you say Fidget?
Yes, it's a long story. Let's not get into it right now.
Can we assume that I've successfully made it out of the pit?
Yes, everybody did. So we're all up on top of the pit, or on top of the ship, and I need Joe, I need Tom, and I need Mike to roll a wisdom check.
Natural 20. Plus
6.
18.
Total.
plus a 1. Makes it 21.
Anybody?
6 total.
6 total. Tom, I'm sorry, what was yours?
18.
So Tom, your character, and Mike's character at the same time say, we need to grab the supplies because you both realize that this ship is sinking.
Let's grab the supplies.
So now you have 30 humans that help you. You will run downstairs and just a panic. Everybody's throwing stuff onto your original ship.
All right.
As the last person comes up and says, "This is the last thing," and he throws a cog onto the ship, everybody else is jumping back onto the original ship.
Okay.
Jump back on.
Jump back on.
Oh, hurry.
I'm going to run and jump back on.
And I'm going to go into our first skills challenge. It is really simple. You will tell me what you're going to attempt to do in this challenge. I will ask you to roll a certain check. If you roll 2 of the same checks in a row, you will do it at disadvantage. You need to make 6 before you fail 3.
Does that, as a group, we need to make 6?
Yes.
Or individually? I asked because of the last time you did this. I was confused the last time you did this.
Yeah, I was too.
Sure.
What exactly is the challenge? Like, are we just on the ship and figuring out what we're doing kind of a thing?
I will tell you as soon as everybody rolls initiative.
Oh,
Oh, hey, that's a much better way to do it.
yeah, it is.
Crap.
3.
1.
2.
4.
Mike and everybody else, but Mike, you're going to go first. You see and you feel your ship shift, and you know that if you don't get all those grappling hooks off the side of that ship, your ship will sink.
Okay, I'm going to run straight ahead. Oh, I want to try to...
Damn, my guy's short.
I want to see if I can investigate an easy way to dislodge it from the ship.
So give me an investigation.
8.
So you totally investigating this, you're like, there is no easy way to get this grappling hook off the ship. That's your first fail, everybody. Next up will be Tom.
I'm going to run over, see if I can't pull it off.
Give me an athletics check.
24.
Tom, you pull it, and as soon as you pull it, you feel the force coming back, and you dislodge that one. That's your first check. Make. Next on the list will be John.
So I'm going to run up to Mike and try to persuade him to let me borrow one of his daggers. Hey, you got to let me use one of your daggers. You got to let me use it. I am going to roll. Oh God. I'm going to roll a 7 for that.
You're not very persuasive, and you have your second fail. One more,
And we all die.
possibly.
Wouldn't Mike have to roll a persuasion to see how persuasive my persuasion actually was?
No, I have DCs hooked up already for this. Tell you who I forgot to put on here was me. I see you guys messing with that, but there's one over here, and I don't like the look of it. So Morthos, the faithful.
Magnificent.
He's going to do an athletics check to see if he can get that one off. Oh, nailed it. Nat 20. That thing is gone.
Didn't Tom just do an athletics check?
Yes, Tom can't do another one in a row, but other people can do different checks.
Oh, so we can do like he could have done an athletics, and I could have done one.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh,
You just can't do 2 of the same in a row.
Okay, I got it.
And next up, Joe. We're going to have Fidget. What's he going to do?
Well, Thomas, the fidget, he's going to go run up and investigate and see around, or not investigate. He's going to see if he has any perception as to what is holding these grappling hooks are being held onto.
Sure, give me a perception check.
That one I can do. Let's see here. Lucky 20. You fucking whore. 12. No, wait. I'm sorry. I can't math at all. 13.
So 12 and 13 would make it. You notice that the rope is tied off to cleats on the other ship.
I'm going to yell at everybody, hey, what's a fucking cleat?
It's, have you ever been boating before?
No, I was in the Army.
Yeah, but have you ever got drunk on a pontoon boat before?
No.
So the little metal cleats, they're also on flagpoles to wrap figure 8 around to hold it.
Oh, that's what those things are called?
Yeah.
I thought they were just like called anchors.
No, they're cleats.
So, but you made it. That's a good thing. What are you going to yell instead of what the fuck's a cleat?
I'm going to yell, hey, there's some cleats over there on the other side.
You should go over there and get it unhooked.
You know what? Great. How far apart are we? Can I just leap onto the other boat?
On your next turn, absolutely. But we're back to Mike.
Oh, damn.
Okay. She's going to shout, oh shit, we're going to die. And she's going to start praying to whatever god might listen for a religion check. And I roll a 1.
Damn it, Mike.
So that's your third fail. You have failed the skill challenge.
2 of the fails were mine.
And as the other boat sinks, your your ship starts to capsize. And as it gets about 45 degrees, the pressure on the cleats on the other boat release, and
Duck.
your ship kind of snaps up, and I need everybody to do a dexterity check.
I got this shit.
17.
18.
22.
18.
Damn, everybody made it.
Hell yeah.
What happened when it snapped up is everybody got pretty much thrown back, but you didn't fall off the ship. Sorry, poor little sharkies that I designed and put on here. Now all these people start cheering. They're super excited. And in the middle of this battle, I need Mike and I need John to do better than 5s and 6s in their wisdom rolls. I need a wisdom check.
How does a 9 sound?
How about a 19?
John, your character falls to her knees in wreathing pain as memories come back into your head. You know...
I start grabbing at my head.
Memories of a very fond uncle who you have seen in a vision before. A very gruff bearded man that everybody called captain on this ship. You know that he trusted you and you trusted him. He helped you try to become a storm wizard to make money on ships and to travel around and to try to help you become less socially awkward. I will send you your sheets with that. Mike, you like trying to figure out what's going on. She's right there in front of you, screaming.
Yeah, what's going on here? You okay?
John, she's talking to you.
Oh. Sorry. It hurts so bad.
What, more puppies this time?
No. My uncle, he was the captain of this ship, and...
He was?
Where is he?
So as she says that, Mike, it gives you another opportunity. Give me a wisdom roll.
2.
6.
The name seems to sound familiar as she says her uncle. Not the name, but the relation sounds familiar. But you can't place it.
I don't know what an uncle is. Okay. That's just great.
So you are surrounded by 20 males, 10 females, and yourselves. And I will tell you all the other stuff that people stole. But one guy is going to come up to you and hand Martin a map. And he's going to explain that he found it in the first mate's room on the other ship before it sank. He's going to tell you that he's been a sailor all his life.
We got a seaman.
And he's never seen this island, and he points to the map, ever before in his life.
Look at the map. Does it look familiar?
Everything but that island looks familiar to you. So
where's that island located, like compared... Well, we don't even know where we're at, do we?
now you're catching on. When everyone is finally safe and they think that things have calmed down, the men and women start looking towards Tom or Martin Firewell. and seem to wait. After a few awkward minutes, it dawns on you that you are in the middle of nowhere, and everyone is just simple sailors. I will learn that word, I promise.
Let's call him Seaman.
A very rough, pretty muscular old man walks over and says to Martin, "I've been on the seas for 50 years, son, and I've cooked for many a crew. You are a captain if we've ever seen one." And all the crew starts to nod and agree. And what do your characters do?
Do any of you know who I am? I don't know anything. I can't. I want to know who I am. I don't. What's going on?
Roll better.
15.
Fine, you get sent down, wreathing in pain. You are knocked out.
Of course I would be.
Does anybody else want to say anything?
Someone help her.
So, as you say that, everybody starts running over, but 4 people pick her up and take her downstairs to put her in a book.
I'm going to scratch my head and wonder what the fuck did I just get into?
I'm wondering the same thing. Who made you captain?
That guy. Point to the guy who said I was the captain.
And so some guy we just saved says you're a captain and we all believe it?
So, in the memories that came back to you, John, one of the things you remember is Tom's character, Martin Firewell, is the first mate on this ship. He was the second in command.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you think maybe we should go and see if our captain is still aboard the ship, or should we assume that he perished?
We should probably look.
I'm going to head downstairs and look.
Somebody take the wheel so we don't.
Ooh,
crash.
I get to drive a boat! Dibs! And runs to the wheel.
Can I make a suggestion and let Jesus take the wheel?
Jesus, take
Me-
the wheel.
Me being the monk and more experienced, at seafaring than I'm gonna go run over and attempt to take the wheel.
So, yeah, go ahead and go to the wheel and take it. Away from Defina, obviously.
Hey, I'm already at the wheel.
Yeah, and got the wheel now.
Still me.
Watch me move this wheel, baby. John's character's hot. I'm just throwing it out there. Joe, give me a wisdom check. In +2.
2. I mean, 3.
So 5? That's not going to do you any good.
Yeah.
Tom, give me a wisdom check.
11.
And I'll give you +2, which is 13. You know somebody probably better pick up the navigation tools and get on that map to figure out where you're going.
Oh, yeah. That might be a good idea. Ask somebody who's the navigator on the ship. Do I remember who the navigator is?
You
Look
remember?
around and see if I recognize somebody.
You remember Steve, but you have traveled the whole ship except for the entire second floor, and you have not seen another person.
I thought there was a whole bunch of people here.
There are now, but they were from the other ship.
Oh. Well,
I think
look at...
nobody from this ship.
Oh, nobody from this ship is here?
Yeah.
Correct, except for the ones that you started with, the 4 original characters.
Oh. Ask... Is it Marthos?
It is.
Ask him if he knows how to navigate.
I'm sorry, maybe your memory is still a little lost. I only came on board to serve a holy purpose, to help you guys hunt down...
So all of that means no?
All of that absolutely means no.
Thank you.
Yep.
Move on, ask around, see if anybody knows.
So you find 2 sailors that think that they can figure it out, or you can look at your own sheet and know that you are very proficient with navigation tools.
Ay. All right, I'll do that. Try and figure out which way we're going.
Okay, so that is...
Trying to delegate to somebody else.
I need an investigation check +2.
Investigation check. 10.
Is that with the +2?
That's with the +2.
So on the map that's on the map table itself, you're headed straight to nowhere, but it's not a normal trade route. You figured out where you are.
Okay.
You're going to remember, though, that there's another map that somebody handed you.
Okay.
And as you open it up, you notice that weird island that is on that map and not the other one is exactly where you're heading.
All right. So I guess we want to keep heading that way.
Okay. And as you do, is everybody where they would be?
Sorry.
So you'll come over to the helm and you'll head into the captain's room. But as you go into the captain's room, it's like your room downstairs. So there is a bed, there is a chest, and there also is a wardrobe. But there also is table and 4 chairs, and there are no bodies.
Okay. So there's no bodies. Any notes or maps around?
So you want to do an investigation check on the room?
Yeah.
Where specifically?
So, well, does he have like a desk, or would that table be what I would think he would use as a desk? What I'm looking for is anything that says where we were headed.
There is on the table in that room. You don't have to do an investigation check for this one. You will find a note that... Can I get everybody to take your headsets off real quick? So you're going to look at this note, and the note is going to read, Captain Martin, as per our agreement, you need to take the Umbra to Tyrianda and drop these slaves off, and we will release your family. Signed, the Black One.
All right.
All right, everybody's putting their stuff back on.
Okay.
Still waiting on Joe. There we go. I'm glad
I
I
was
switched
looking
over
at everybody
to.
else.
I'm glad I switched over to the Hangout.
All right. Well, I don't know if I have pockets, but I'll pocket that note.
Okay.
Well, sir, with no signs of anybody else from our old crew other than the 4 of us, looks like you're in charge. Can I have your room?
Is everyone going to take a rest?
I'm already resting.
The answer is yes. Through the next couple of hours, everybody's going to switch off and get rested up, obviously.
I'm also going to hand you your key and say, I believe this is yours.
I'll take the key.
So before you go any further, Tom, you know you need 2 people, especially on a ship, as a successful captain. You need a first mate who can take over if something happens to you.
Right.
And you need a quartermaster because you do not want your storm sorcerer losing those keys.
Right.
Wait, so then would I not give him his key?
So you gave him his key, but you still have 7 keys on you, 4 of which are probably useless.
So I got to figure out who's going to be second in charge.
Absolutely. And who's going to be your quartermaster? Do you want to ask around to the random people you took? Do you want to assign roles to your original crew? It's all up to you.
I would assign to my original crew.
You're in the captain's quarters at the table. You're mulling this over. Everybody's left you alone. Everybody else is taking rests. You've already taken your rests. It's been about 16 hours when all of a sudden there's a giant yank. Like it feels like the ship hit something, and it really just torted the ship left and right really hard.
Right. Run out to the wheel.
All right. As you run to the helm, it looks like Fidget is back on duty.
Hell yeah, I am.
What'd you hit?
I didn't hit nothing. I've got the eyes of a hawk and the
Well, what
ears of a
was that?
squirrel.
What was that?
I don't know. What was it? You tell me what it was that you think I hit.
I don't know, but I felt the whole ship move.
So as you come up the stairs, you won't notice. You'll talk to him a little bit, but you'll be standing next to Fidget on the wheelhouse. Yeah, and this giant octopus has just grabbed onto the back. 2 tentacles are holding onto the ship, and those are the only tentacles that you can see besides this giant octopus face. Are you going to yell for anything, or are you 2 going to try to fight off this giant octopus who's not even bloody?
I'm going to yell, "Get up here!" So she yell out.
What are you going to yell, Joe?
I'm going to yell, Cthulhu! The Dark One has arisen. Arised? I don't know, one of those English words.
Arisen.
Thank you.
So there's a scuffling and noise of clatter and people moving around on the ship, and that is where we are going to end it this time.
Oh, really? In the middle of a battle?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Sounds like Joe's playing again next week.
Thank you all for listening to the podcast. We're going to go out with some shameless plugs if we've got them. So let's start with John. What is your Twitter account?
It is Choo13. That is CHOOWOO13. Remember, I'm the young guy that doesn't understand Twitter. Need help understanding it.
So the challenge is out there. Poor John is up to a whole 16 followers. So let's see if we can flood his Twitter. Mike, what's your Twitter?
At Masonic Mike 1027.
And Tom?
Bros, old guy.
So thank you, Joe, for joining us this week. It was awesome. I'm going to give you a second, and I want you to give your shameless plug for DB Nerds. Give us your Twitter handle.
Sure thing. First of all, I just want you all to know I have no Twitter friends, so add me. Please add me. It's going to be Joe Paulino Wood, so JoePaulino Wood, like the type you knock on. Anyways, with Drinking Bro Nerds, hey, I want to thank Doc over here, for allowing me to come on board and play. It was quite fun, although I'm a little mad at him because, there's an octopus I wanted to finish off. But, Drinking Bro Nerds, we're a great community, and I invite everybody to go check it out on Facebook. We are a subgroup of Drinking Bros Maine, which is, a part of Lead Slingers Whiskey and Article 15 Clothing. So go ahead, check that out. You got Matt Best, you got Vincent Vargas, and they also have Range 15 coming up. If you guys haven't heard of Range 15, go check it out. We got a trailer. That being said, Doc, it's all on you.
Thanks, Joe, and thanks for coming out and playing. Follow us on Twitter at Bros and Dragons, or go to Facebook and look us up at Bros and Dragons Podcast. We're on all sorts of social media, even Snapchat. Just do a search for Bros and Dragons. If you're creative and you would like to get something on the show, including any homebrew equipment, storyline, races, classes, backgrounds, anything that's 5e D&D related, just shoot whatever it is over to brosanddragons@gmail.com, including fan art or art page that you think that we would enjoy. All the fan art that's shared on all our different social media, we will definitely give you credit for your work. Some of the better ones we will use for episode cover art. Has to be appropriate for the situation. And just a reminder, everybody, remember to live your dreams, just like Joe would as he sings us out.
I will run into the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round, you're on my mind. Restless hearts sleep alone tonight.